Got EC TheGreenOne taking on the Greenskins. Being led by Irongeneral, and EC TheGreenOne will have the Beastmen, round one of their best of three. And now, starting with the Beastmen, let's cover the front line first. Have 1, 2, and 3 on Goreherd. 3 and 4 Goreherd with shields. We've got, oh goodness gracious, army blocker. Phew, that could have been disastrous. Ungor Spearman herd behind them. And then for the remainder of this Beastman army, we're going to have Chaos Spawn. Got 3. We're going to have a single Razor Gore chariot here. We're then going to have a Razor Gore chariot being ridden by a Brave Shaman of Wild with the Cygor summon, Savage Dominion, along with Jagged Dagger and Beret Scream. Now, Morgor the Shadowgave will be leading this army with Call to Violence as well as both of his summon abilities. Now, checking out the Greenskin army, let's see what they brought. And Spirit Leech already coming down from the Giant River Troll Hag. The reason a troll with Spirit Leech is so deadly, you can overcast that all day and just regen through any miscast damage. But anyways, on top of her, along with her sack of fish, and what appears to be an octopus, we're going to have Bombardment, Mither, Spirit Leech. And then over here we have Gron the Paunch coming out with Language of the Boys. Looks like he's going to be doing an early charge into these Ungor Raiders just for some fun. Knocking them back a bit, and it doesn't look like there's anything the Beastmen have nearby that's really going to threaten them. Gonna have Savage Orc Boar Boys and Forest Goblin Spider Riders on either flank. No, just kidding, on the left flank. On the right flank, we're gonna have 4, so 2 Goblin Spider Riders and 2 Goblin Spider Rider Archers, along with Stone Trolls, some nasty Skulkers right here, and then we're gonna be looking at a Savage Orc big in front line. Looks like we have 3 of them at least, and a second nasty Skulker on that left flank with a second unit of Stone Trolls. We also have 2 units of Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers over here as well, so. Interesting army compositions from both players, though. Oh, Savage Orc's charge getting broken by the Chaos Spawn, as I'm sure the attack order was on top of the Goreherd with shields. And it looks like the Savage Orcs are getting kind of dominated there on the charge, but we'll see if things get better once they, once the combat is sustained. Over here, Stone Trolls going after Razor Gore Chariots, who went after the nasty Skulkers. We smoke bombed this Ungor herd in place, but missed the Razor Gore Chariots, and now Ungor Spears coming out to counter those Stone Trolls. Front line of Chaos Spawn and Gore herd with shields versus Savage Orc Biggins seems to be going pretty even, but I have to say the Greenskin Savage Orcs I think are getting a fairer trade just in terms of cost analysis. But Chaos Spawn, always just such a beautiful unit on the Beastmen roster with that poison. They're absolutely invaluable, one of those linchpin units in a lot of matchups. Over here, Goreherd with shields getting charged by nasty Skulkers and 2 Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers, tying them up. But going back to the frontline engagement, you can see that Stone Trolls are routing, and the Beastmen have appeared to win the frontline engagement, and now this is where the momentum can completely just shift. And if the Beastmen keep this pressure up, you can see they've just annihilated the Greenskin center. The Greenskins do not have a center anymore. There's no frontline. Beastmen have just crushed it, and now are very likely just going to peel off and start crushing the flanks as well. Balance power really against the Greenskins, falsely inflated because of the Cygor summon at the moment, but even without that Cygor summon, I feel like this is looking pretty rough, that initial engagement. Although close at first, really going to the Beastmen over time. Did I keep saying Skaven? Sorry, guys. So Greenskins and Beastmen continuing to duke it out, and right now the Greenskins just look like they're on their heels. Savage Orc Boar Boys getting in combat with some chariots and stuff, doing some good damage, but looks like there'll be Beastmen units coming in to support, including some infantry. Trolls are being chased by Ungor Herd and Ungor Spearmen. Spirit Leech is going to continue to go down on top of the Brave Shaman of Wild, but the Brave Shaman of Wild is still alive at this point, so those Spirit Leeches, although they'll pay off in a while, I think the Brave Shaman's done a good job of getting most of the utility needed before it went ahead and bit the dust. Only 10 kills, but much more damage, I'm sure, being reflected from that due to the Cygor summons and those nice Bray Screams. Over here, Grom the Paunch looks like he's getting surrounded. Chaos Warhounds, which I had previously not noticed, are getting into the mix now too. So the balance of power is starting to even out a little bit. Beastmen sending Chaos Spawn here. They're trying to chase down the giant river troll hag, but I think they may be screwed. I'm not sure. They're a little bit faster than the Savage Orc Biggins. So as long as they stay ahead, they should be okay, but if they get caught by those Biggins, they may not win that combat. Over here, Trolls getting routed once again. Ungor Raiders getting eliminated by a combination of Greenskin forces. A nice pickup for the Greenskins to be sure, those Ungor Raiders. Another just wonderful unit in the Beastman roster that I think are, you know, almost a most spring in most matchups. Over here, Savage Orc Board Boys routing the Warhounds, but then the Chariots charging into them, and it looks like they may start to waver and rout in just a moment. Stone Trolls finding their leadership, regrouping here in the forest. Taking a higher level. You can see it just seems like the Greenskins in this fight, basically been pushed apart to all the different corners of the map. They're regaining the lead in the balance of power right now. I think these Chaos Spawn getting eliminated by the Savage Orc Biggins probably playing a big role in that. And more importantly, the giant river troll hag is still coming back to the fight. And she regenerates. The Stone Trolls regenerate. So this is anybody's game. I missed it, but the Bray Shaman getting chased off by Grom the Paunch over on the other far side of the map. Once again, though, I do think got plenty of value while it was still alive, but looks like the Beastmen are now seeing the tables turn against them, and they may be on the receiving end from a Greenskin onslaught for a minute. Oh, River Troll Hag getting caught by the Beastmen, though, and that may be it for her. I don't think she can outrun the Chaos Spawn. Oh, a bombardment was cast somewhere and I missed it? What in the world? Or maybe I'm just hearing things. Anyways, have the Savage Orc Biggins and the Stone Trolls now coming in to intercept the Beastmen forces, charging into these Chaos Spawn, but the other Chaos Spawn going to get a nice counter charge going in there while the other forces are not paying attention. And we'll see if the Beastmen keep up the chase. They absolutely need to kill that giant river troll hag. Right now, Morgor, the Shadow Gabe, is coming into combat, and that may be enough to tip the tide as he peels off one unit of Chaos Spawn to go chase down that River Troll Hag. Chariots being used very nicely, coming in and out throughout the battle, but it looks like they may have met their match now in the form of Forest Goblin Spider Riders, combined with Stone Trolls, that armor-piercing huge weapon strength, combined with the mass and speed and poison of the Spider Riders is going to make it very tough to get out of here, but look at this. A nice defensive play, the block coming in from the Chaos Spawn, going to allow the Bray Shaman to retreat, but not before taking another Spirit Leech on the chin. And look at that River Troll Hag right back into it. That pesky, pesky River Troll Hag. But Razor Gore Chariots look like they may pay the ultimate price. Mither was on top of them. And the Bray Shaman was killed. Herder, 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 herder. Viking, I think you're absolutely right. Herder, herder, her. More so than they're at a full run, rather than just a little brisk trot. So at this point in the rule, since he has nothing to fire back with, he does have the choice to just remain still. If he just wants to take it on the chin. He's sitting out in the open, so he's not breaking any rules by doing that. But we'll see. The Greenskins have plenty of ammunition left across the board on these two. Or I guess actually this one's out of ammunition, this one's close, but these two are good on ammunition. And that fire over time is going to just drag this Beastman force down. So I don't know, guys. It looks like the Beastmen may have just started running out of steam partway through the battle. But what do you think? Will they be able to pull it back from here? Morgor is one of the most notorious tank lords in the game, but I just think with Grom the Paunch, another regenerating lord who is anti-infantry, is it's going to be a tall order, but as long as the Chaos Spawn stay alive, then it's possible. The Chaos Spawn and Morgor could kill Grom. I would put money on that. But the question is, will the Chaos Spawn survive the Archer Fire for long enough? As long as the Beastmen have this mass and it's unbreakable and it causes poison to catch Grom the Paunch periodically when he's coming in for a play, then I think the Beastmen can do this. But right now, it's going to be very difficult indeed. No doubt about it. See, the Beastmen infantry just ain't holding up right now. Chaos Spawn are getting surrounded. All the violence is on there. But Morgor's all out on his own now. So a very nice start to Irongeneral's Greenskin play here. Main Beastman play here. Wait, I'm getting backwards. Very nice start to the green ones. I see, I got the scoreboard backwards. I thought you guys were saying I was saying it incorrectly in the battle, but now I just looked at OBS and realized green ones marked as Skaven instead of Beastman. Silly me. But anyways, green one having a very nice start with his Beastman rush in the frontline engagements. But then from there it just kind of started petering out. Lost some steam, and the Greenskins were able to bring it back. And a lot of that to me also has to do with, like, I think the Beastmen with the Hounds needed to be a lot more strategic about chasing off routing units. That River Troll Hag should have died so many other times in the battle, but not to take away from Irongeneral's good play there, protecting her and bringing her back every time. The micro on both players' parts was quite insane. Morgor just sitting there surrounded, trying to do something, but in comes the Wa, and there goes the concede from green one. Does Grom have that? If he does, I apologize. Well, no, I don't want to apologize, but thank you for pointing that out, Optimus Prime. If he has 100 armor, yeah, that's probably fair. But I think in that one, it's more about, I don't think Grom the Paunch by himself against Chaos Spawn and Morgor has the leadership to live. I think he would start routing before they would kill him or anything. Anyway, oh, man. Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers MVPs right there. 140 kills. 120 on the Stone Trolls. Grom the Paunch, 177. Like, everything as a Greenskin army did exactly what it was supposed to do. His front line got crushed in the initial engagement, and that was the decisive moment where the Beastmen, I think, could have had it. But I think maybe it was a matter of consolidating forces more on one side instead of staying so split up. But I think if he would have just kept the pressure up on that front line, like not even worried about the flanks, besides maybe like leaving something there just to hold those units that were in place in combat so the other ones could retreat and go to the center again. But I think if he would have just driven the center once he got that full frontline route from the Savage Orcs and the River Troll Hag, if he would have just kept his force pushing them to the edge of the map and just routing them off the field, while maybe a couple of Ungor fought on the flanks to keep the Greenskin mobility occupied, I think that would have worked. But hindsight is 20/20, as I always say, and the green one is an excellent player. And I mean, honestly, I think that's clear to see for everyone who just watched this battle. Both of these guys playing their A game. So nice strong start from the green one, but Irongeneral showing that, you know, patience is key, and this is a marathon, not a sprint, coming out strong in the late game. All right, looks like we're getting ready to load in now. And this time around, let's go ahead and start with our red player, Irongeneral. So in Irongeneral's Empire Army, we're going to start with the infantry. 1, 2 units of regular Tattersalls, and then a third going to be, flagellants, and then the third is going to be the Tattersalls. Regiment of Renown. We have Sigmar's Sons for 2 unbreakable units. Well, I guess 4 unbreakable units making up the front line of the Empire army. I like that decision quite a lot. Got Spearmen with shields on the flanks. Should be 2 on either side. And then we're going to have a small skirmish contingent of hunters, or huntsmen. Actually, I think they could be pretty useful in this matchup. They have that bonus versus large. No armor piercing to speak of, but they are very, very high damage potential if you can get a unit pinned in place, because as with all archer fire, kind of hard to hit an opponent that is actively dodging you. Now, for the flanks, we're going to be seeing unit of Knights of the Blazing Sun. Where are you going, boy? Aha. So yeah, we're going to see Knights of the Blazing Sun across the board. Looks like we have 3 of them in the back lines. I like Knights of the Blazing Sun a lot in this matchup. Got that magic resistance against Fimmer combat, and they also have fire damage for combat against trolls and skinwolves. Now, for the Empire leadership, we have a Jade Wizard on foot with Earthblood and Regrowth. And then we have Karl Franz with the Reichland Runefang, Gal Maraz, Stand Your Ground, Hold the Line, and Blood Roar. Does look like I missed some Norscan units, so let's go cover that really quick. Out in the forest, vanguarded, we have some Norscan Warhounds. Alrighty. Going to see the initial skirmishing going down, the Huntsmen firing back against the Marauder Horsemen, but the Marauder Horsemen, with their speed, going to avoid most of that fire. But Karl Franz going to come out, flex his muscles, let him know that he's there, and that he's not to be trifled with. These Marauder Horsemasters, very nice pick from the Norskins, and I also just realized that I have not even gone over the Norscan army. My apologies. So, Marauder Horsemen, looks like we have 2 over here. 3 of them, actually. We're going to have 2 Marauder Horsemasters. The front line is going to be Marauders. Looks like we have 4 of them. We have that first unit of Norscan Warhounds I mentioned earlier that was vanguarded way over here in the back. And then we also have the Beast of Tashnar, Regiment of Renown, Norscan Warhounds with that bonus versus large over here in the forest. Now, other than that, you're going to see what appear to be Norscan Ice Wolves. We're going to have 2 units of Fimir Warriors. And then we're going to have a single unit of Frost Trolls. So Ice Trolls, my apologies. Semantics, people. But that one has a rather terrifying smile, but hey, good to see you're happy. For the heroes leading this army, we have a Shaman Sorcerer of Death, Fated Buna Spirit Leech, and then we also have Ulfric the Wanderer with Seafang and Hunter of Champions. Now, coming back to the combat, you can see the Huntsmen are starting to take their toll on the Marauder Horsemen here. The micro is being very well done by TheGreenOne right here, but all it takes is one slip up and a full volley from these Huntsmen into the lightly armored Marauder Horsemen will take quite a lot of damage. And then you also have this nice shielded infantry to go out and screen in front, allowing the Flagellants and the Huntsmen to proceed in safety. Alright, the Marauder Horsemaster is also starting to feel the sting of the Huntsman's arrows, but some of this Empire infantry, I'm also not looking too hot. All of these games, I just have to say, just every game today, seems like both of the participants in every battle I've seen have been just very disciplined, patient, and recognizing the importance of, like, the initial setting of the battlefield, you know, just like the positioning. These Norscan Warhounds, they've just been constantly moving around behind the Empire. The Empire, they've just been slowly, strolling along, but never letting their formation get messed up. So it's just so important to do that. Neither one of these players really giving the other much of a chance to exploit a mistake. So just want to shout that out right here. I think everybody's been playing very, very well today. Yeah, there needs to be like a timer in game that you can set. Like I don't know, for instance, like I would love if everybody just has like, as soon as the battle ended, like a 7-minute timer to do your picks and bans and build your armies. It sounds intense, I know, but it's like kind of like chess, it's like sometimes you have to time it to add a little bit of pressure on the player, but then also to keep things moving. Man, look at this. These players just both now completely flipped. And I have to say, like, I don't know who's gotten more value. And in my opinion, it might be the Norskins. They've taken a ton of damage on their missile cavalry. But once they run out of ammunition, they're still cavalry. Once the Huntsmen run out of ammunition, then And right now the Huntsmen aren't using any of that ammunition on top of Trolls or Fimir. I guess that's what Karl Franz and the Knights of the Blazing Sun are for. Yeah, man, even with just a little bit of that arrow fire hits, those Marauder Horsemen are just taking buttloads of damage. Sorry guys, I'm being quiet, not because I'm bored or anything by this, I'm just like trying to catch my breath, conserve it when I can. So apologies if this battle's a little bit quieter, but I know I don't want to just keep on commenting on the skirmishing. But yeah, I mean, these Marauder Horsemen and Horsemasters taking a lot of damage, but I think it might be a little bit deceiving and maybe lure Empire into a false sense of complacency. Because the Horsemen have, look at all the flagellants. Like half health, a third of their health is gone. Spearmen here down to about half health, so it's like, honestly, when push comes to shove and it gets the melee combat, I think it's going to really help the Norseans a lot more than the Empire in terms of the damage trades here. Marauder Horsemasters going in, pulling out. I'm going to keep an eye on the back of the map, which is over here. Still well within rules. They're not even close to line camping, but just want to keep an eye on it as in case they continue to retreat. Now the Norskins have forced the Empire to come forward into a forced engagement, but look at this. The Empire are going to refuse really quick. They were getting out there, but I think he recognized he was a bit out of formation, wants to regroup and get things back together. And look at this, a Spirit Leech going down, but we're also going to be seeing a regrowth going down to help counteract it. Knights of the Blazing Sun coming out. Both of these infantry, oh, man, this reminds me of like the Battle of Pharsalus between Pompey the Great and the Senate versus Julius Caesar. And just the famous thing about that is Julius Caesar was able to stop a charge of Roman legionaries who were at full charge down a hill, and he stopped them because he realized the enemy wasn't moving. Can you imagine trying to stop thousands of men at once without radio communications? Just like, stop, redress the line. But right now, point being, both of these players have done that multiple times. Like, sent infantry in, pulled them back, sent them in, pulled them back, just until they felt that the engagement was better. And man, just the micro on display right now. I feel like the skill cap is Definitely increasing in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Over here, Marauders in combat with the Sigmar Sons. Knights of the Blazing Sun coming in for a little bit of a charge. Karl Franz diving into Wolfric the Wanderer, doing some damage, but Hunter of Champions is popped, and now the Frost Trolls are coming in. Knights of the Blazing Sun, where are you at? Karl Franz taking a lot of damage, but you know, he's still not at his healing cap. Jade Wizard can still get him back to 100. Over here, Fate of Una going down on top of the Knights of Blazing Sun. We're going to be retreating back into the safety of the Empire lines, but missing an Earthblood, unfortunately. Uh-oh, Sea Fang coming in. Oh, going to be a little bit off target, and some quick reaction time from the Empire, led by Irongeneral, is going to allow them to escape the brunt of that damage. Over here, we have Norscan Ice Wolves coming after the Huntsmen. But Knights of the Blazing Sun are behind them, and I think this may backfire. Oh no, the Knights of the Blazing Sun did not go for it. They're going to send the Spearmen instead, but honestly, one charge from them, and I think these guys would have been dead to rights. But we'll see if these guys come in and do it too. But oh my goodness, look at me. I'm so caught up on the flanks. I'm missing the center engagement. The Empire somehow just came in, and Karl Franz just started decimating Wolfric the Wanderer. Scroll of Shielding going down from the Sorcerer, though, well timed to help protect him with that 22% ward save. And now everything they got is being thrown at Karl Franz, trying to keep him on the ground, it looks like. I think recognizing that once he's in the air, nothing can stop him. And oh! Here comes some Premier Warriors. And wow! What a game, guys. Karl Franz suddenly not looking as comfortable as he once was. And he's the one who's surrounded. And Wolfric the Wanderer is now back. This is absolute madness, people. Karl Franz, he's low. Wolfric the Wanderer looks like he's coming in. Oh, Hunter of Champions is on top of him. Wow, not even the dignity of being killed by Wolfric. It looks like the Shaman Sorcerer is going to do him in. And there goes the Spirit Leech, and there goes Karl Franz. But the bounce power is still in favor of the Empire. And oh my god, Wolfric, you dirty dog. Pulling off another Sea Fang just straight through the Empire State troops, and now the bounce power is going blue. This battle was insane, everybody. I wish I had some water to help my parched throat, but I'm going to try to get through it without coughing too much. But man, oh man, the back and forth between these two players. Will the Norsemen be able to pull it off? I mean, they have the Premier Warriors. These guys are doing a ton of damage, but the Empire has the numbers. And the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Oh my goodness. Is it going back to the Empire? Oh, here comes another huge charge from the Blazing Sun. Knights of the Blazing Sun just coming in and cleaning up. And I think that's going to be all she wrote, folks. A beautiful game to both players, no doubt, but unless this Sea Fang is the Sea Fang to end all Sea Fangs. Oh! Oh my god. Spirit Leech going down on top of these guys. What a horrible time to lose my voice. I'm sorry. Man, Norsemen still aren't giving up, folks. Wolfric the Wanderer coming around here, trying to help out his Shaman Sorcerer, and if he gets on top of that Jade Wizard, which it looks like he is, could be a quick death. If you can ever land a hit on her. I mean, really the saving grace right now for the Empire is these unbreakable units are keeping things held together from a leadership perspective. The Knights of the Blazing Sun, with those big charges, just looking beautiful and kicking ass. The Empire troops are just coming in from all corners, and it looks like the Norskins have been vanquished from the Reichland. A wonderful series and great games to both of these players, and a huge congratulations to Irongeneral for winning it 2-0 and heading up to the final. So, as I mentioned earlier, will not be able to get there today because, as you can probably tell, I am falling apart right now in terms of my voice and the ability to sit upright. So, I'm going to be signing out from here, but huge shout out to Irongeneral and TheGreenOne and everybody else. Like, honestly, maybe it's just me because I've missed it and I missed last weekend, but felt like all of these games are really, really good, really well played, very close, and just been a pleasure to cast and watch. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And remember, once I'm full speed again, we'll be back to a regular schedule and hopefully being more consistent with getting content out there for y'all, because we do want to make it grow. I want to get this community bigger. I want to get the tournaments bigger, and keep on working with the other content creators to get great things for you guys. So thank you all very, very much. And also a big thank you to everybody for the well wishes and for making sure I'm all right. I appreciate it, and I will keep you guys posted on how I'm recovering. And yeah, on that note, I'm going to go because my voice is about to disappear completely. So take care, guys. Catch you guys next time. My HWL going to be signing out, and I'll see you on the battlefield.